Hi, whoever is on. Just trying to tag some people. So I'm not talking to myself. That's no fun. Hi, there's a couple of people on. Okay, it's right at 11, so hi Eva. I'm gonna start because I don't care how many times you go live for your Scentsy community, your customers, your VIPs, it's still like hands get sweaty, you start stress sweating. Anyway, hi, hello, Wendy. Hey, Sharon. Sharon's my newest hype girl. Just want to let y'all know that in my DMs, hyping me up. So, I'm gonna go ahead and start so people can watch the replay. So if you are watching the replay later, just hashtag it replay so it'll bounce back to the top. Tag a friend, something like that. So anyway, I'm talking about training your newbies today. This is a big month for sponsoring, and so well, every month let me back up. Every month is a big month for sponsoring. I'm Katie, by the way. Oh gosh, I'm super nervous. I haven't even introduced myself, but I introduced it myself earlier, so I'm not really going to go into like my story or anything. My name is Katie. I've been with Scentsy since 2013, January 2013, and I don't know, I'm not really going to talk about myself other than I love Scentsy and I'm glad to be a part of this community. And I don't know about y'all, but if you went to World Tour, if you've been to World Tour so far this year, or if you went Saturday, it was exactly what I needed to fill my cup up, because my cup's been pretty dry lately, and it was exactly what I needed. So I'm really excited. So I'm glad to share with you guys today, now that my cup is like overfilling, overfull, overflowing, whatever the word is. And so I want to share with you guys a little bit about training your newbies, and I'm going to share with you guys a little something that I have learned over the last 9 or 10 months, almost a year actually, that I'm implementing in my business and seeing pretty good results with it. So I wanted to share it with you all. And this is, again, training your newbies. This month, Supercharged sponsoring, yes. Every month is a sponsoring month. We have our host exclusive kit that we have every single month. So every month there's a joint opportunity. So whatever energy you've got for this month being supercharged in our enhanced kit and like getting all the things when they, reach whatever, like that energy, bottle it up and take it into March, April, June, and every single month, because we've always got an amazing opportunity here right at our hands. And I think $99 regardless is a steal of a deal. I mean, it's what I joined on, $99 kit. And to me, it was worth its weight in gold. Anyway, so training your newbies. So first of all, I want to talk to you guys. I have notes, so if I keep looking up, like, just know it's on my computer and I'm talking to my phone down below. So anyway, first of all, I want to talk to us about knowing the difference between recruiting and sponsoring, because those are similar but totally different. So when you are recruiting someone, that is like it's kind of like a one-time thing, kind of. You say and you do and whatever the right things to get that person to press the join button. So you've recruited someone. They press the join button, you've recruited. Great, congratulations. Sponsoring is an ongoing process. So that is something that you will do from day one until the entire length of their career. So that at Scentsy, if you notice, we're not called recruiters, we're called sponsors. So it is something that we have to continuously do, right? So first of all, know that you are a sponsor, not a recruiter, okay? What I'm going to talk to you today about is something a little bit different, but I wanted to let you know that what I'm talking about today, the way that I'm training and onboarding my new teammates, is I am using what Scentsy has already given us. I'm supplementing the first things first checklist and the emails that they send out, the new consultant emails, because I don't really feel like we need to reinvent the wheel always. Sometimes some wheels need to be reinvented, yes, but not always. And so let's use what Scentsy has already worked to create for us. So one suggestion I have for anyone who is sponsoring is definitely make sure that you go to the workstation and use the search bar to find the new consultant checklist, the new consultant emails, the first things first checklist. And then if you are brand new to sponsoring, or if you're not sure, check out there's a series of emails that come to a new sponsor the first time they recruit someone, and it's, hey Melissa, that's called I think it's the new sponsor checklist or new sponsor email. Anyway, those 3 documents, I would have them printed and kept somewhere so that you can refer back to them, because the thing is like, as we're training our new people in their first 70 days, because I'm gonna choose the same time length that Scentsy's choosing, we don't want to like train them on something Scentsy's already training them on. We want to encourage them to do what Scentsy is is asking them to do through the First Things First checklist and the new consultant emails for their first 70 days. Okay, so today, one thing I want to start with before I get into training your newbies is this. We know the difference between recruiting and sponsoring. Now we need to know the difference between a smart customer and a moneymaker. Moneymaker, business builder, mover and shaker. That person is significantly different than your smart customer, okay? At least in my opinion, over my last 10 years of being a sponsor. Your smart customer is the person who's in it to, sometimes we call them hobbyists or not kidnappers, but hobbyists. So your smart customer is someone who's in it to get their Scentsy for free, get paid back on their Scentsy. Maybe it's a Scentsy Club subscriber who just wants to get paid on their club orders. It's just someone who's literally in it for the discount, okay? So they're not looking to build a big business. They're not looking to make a whole bunch of money on the side. They're just like, hey, you know what? If I can get paid to support my habit, then I'm just going to be a smart customer, okay? A moneymaker, business builder, mover and shaker, that's the person who's got the energy, who's got the like, let's go do this. I want to be the Scentsy girl. Like I want to, do all the things. I want to sell the Scentsy. I want to build a team. I want to do big things in my life. Okay. So knowing the difference between the two is important. For me, a smart customer, of course, I'm going to encourage them to check out their workstation, train them on how to use that. I'm definitely making sure I train them on how to make a party link, how to do individual orders, how to do party orders, and how to use their host rewards when closing out a party. Those are the biggest things that I am focused on helping my smart customer do, because that's why they joined. They want to get paid on their own purchases. They want to buy from themselves. So I make sure I train them on those things specifically. And then anything else, I just kind of monitor throughout our communication over time. You'll kind of pick up on like whether someone's ready to like change their pace and do a little bit more, or if they want to switch out of the smart customer gear into the like business builder gear. You'll kind of get that vibe from them as you are being a good sponsor and keeping in contact with them throughout their journey as you sponsor them, right? So the training between a smart customer and a business builder are going to be a little bit different. And getting to know what they want from their consultant account up front is going to save you a lot of time and energy in the long run. So what I'm going to share with you guys today is going to help. It kind of helps me to get to know that person and what they want out of this business. I have a business coach, who said something that really stuck out to me last summer when I was creating this game plan for my new consultants. And he said, treat every new teammate like they're going to be your next superstar, but work with them as if they're going to quit tomorrow. So I'm going to say that one more time because I kind of messed it up. Treat every new teammate like they're going to be your next superstar, but work with them like they're going to quit tomorrow. Okay? So digest that, marinate on it. You come to your own interpretation of what that means. But the way that your new teammate comes into this business is going to be a make or break for them. Okay? So though as their sponsor, I want you to know this though, as their sponsor, you're not responsible for their success or their failure, but you are responsible to it. Okay, so we're not responsible for it, but we're responsible to it. And what this means is it is our responsibility to get them trained up, to show them how to use their workstation, and to help them get what it is that they want to get out of their business. Okay, Scentsy makes it really easy for us to get them trained up. Well, let me not say easy, simple for us to get them trained up with the First Things First checklist, the new consultant emails. It's our job as sponsors to make sure that they are doing the First Things First checklist and make sure that they are checking their email, encourage them to be an email checker, and doing the things that it says. So, where was I in my notes? Use the tools that Scentsy already provides for us and supplement them, okay? But know that you don't, okay, sorry, let me get this right. But don't listen to what they say they're going to do. Watch what they do to determine your level of participation in their new business. That one's a little tough sometimes to swallow. So as the cool kids say, match their energy, match their pace, that kind of thing. So you're going to have people who come in this business and they're going to be so hyped up. They're going to be so excited to join and like get started with their business. And they're going to tell you, I'm going to do this and I'm going to do that. And I'm getting my First Things First checklist done ASAP. And I'm going to hit shooting star. And they're saying all these things, but they've literally not even signed into their workstation yet. So match their pace, right? Match their pace. Know that actions speak a lot louder than words when it comes to training your new people. Okay, So an onboarding system is super, super important. I'm going to read the comments when I'm done, y'all. I'm sorry because I will squirrel, and I am a big squirrel as it is. Okay, so an onboarding system is important for you and your new recruit, okay? It's a system that keeps you organized with what you've already encouraged them to do and what they have actually already done. And it can be on paper and pen, or it can be a Trello board, or whatever electronic device you want to use. But it is in their 70 days, just like with Scentsy, okay? You're going to work very closely with your new teammate in their first 70 days. So I feel that it's really beneficial for you and for your new teammate both to schedule a phone call or a FaceTime within their first 3 days of joining. And so many of you are like, I hate the phone. I don't want to talk on the phone. But I promise you, it is for about 30 minutes. One time in their entire Scentsy career, am I asking you to do this? Okay, am I asking myself to do this? Because I don't love the phone. Text me all day long. Don't call me. But again, how they come into this business is going to be a make or a break for them. So in their first 3 days of joining, you want to get them on the phone to go over this game plan sheet I'm going to share with you all. And it doesn't have to be lengthy, but 30 minutes. Okay, so that could be their lunch break, their car ride home. But you want to get them on the phone for 30 minutes to talk to them. And you don't want to do this through text messaging or voice messaging, even though those are great features. You don't want to do that because you need this to be in real time. You need to hear the inflection in their voice. You need to see their facial expression to kind of, again, match their pace, right? So with this phone call, let me just stop right here and say this too. Sometimes someone joins the business and they'll join and then kind of join the witness protection program is what I've heard people say before. Like they'll join and then you never hear from them again, or they join and then you don't hear from them for weeks and you can't get them to respond to you, or they're ghosting you or whatever. Again, matching their energy. So let's say, because this has happened before. So I've had somebody join on a Saturday and they went on vacation on Monday for a whole week with their family. I'm not going to be able to get them on the phone when they're getting ready to go on vacation because they're just not there ready to talk about their Scentsy business, okay? So even though it's past their first 3 days, I want to try to get them on the phone as soon as we possibly can. And I know that makes some people a little bit, because you're thinking, well, they only have 15 days to hit their shooting star, and so we need to go right now. And I get where you're coming from, but also, at what point in our business are we going to stop caring so much about us and start caring about them and meeting them where they are? We talk about that all the time, but are we actually doing it? So yes, when someone first joins, you're super excited and you want them to hit shooting star and you want them to get certified as soon as possible and you want them to hit sensational start and all the quick start awards and all the things, right? Because that builds momentum, and we'll talk about that in a minute. But what if they're just not ready to start right at this minute? We need them to hit shooting star. We need them to hit certified because, it might be incentive points or, active frontline. And also we get that $25 product credit when we train someone to hit shooting star and me. But when's it going to be about them? Okay. That's one thing I want you to think about as you're training your new people is getting to know them and what it is that they want out of this business. What level of success do they want to get out of this business? Not what level of success we want them to get out of the business. Of course, we want everybody to be successful. Well, what if they don't want to be successful? What if they don't want to be superstar director? What if they don't want to quit their job one day? What if they don't want to be a stay-at-home mom or stay-at-home dad, whatever? So let's just meet them where they are. So, okay. I'm sorry, I got a little off topic there. So I created this onboarding system to help me get to know my newbie and what they want to get out of this business. That was the point I was trying to make with all that. So little successes should be celebrated hard and often in this business. It builds and maintains their momentum. As a sponsor, you will find that the bulk of your leading seems to be cheerleading. Okay. So how can we help a new teamie have little successes in their first few days or few weeks of joining? It's not, I'm gonna step on some toes. Sorry, y'all probably not gonna like me after this. Giving them the most success in their business in the first couple of days or weeks is not telling them to go live and unbox their kit. It's not telling them to take a selfie with their kit when it comes in and post it on social media. When most of these people have never done that before in their life. They've never gone live. They've never done a live story on Instagram or Facebook. They've never taken a selfie and posted it on social media. How are we going to tell them to go ahead and do that and be the first thing they do in their business when they've never even done it before for anything else in their life? So The social selling part is scary to a lot of new consultants. So let's start teaching them this first. And this thing is teaching them how to have conversations with their hot market first. Teaching them how to talk to people. If they can't talk to someone one-to-one in the DMs, they're never going to be able to talk to the social media world in a live video or in a story or even posting a dang picture of themselves. So many people in my team alone, when we talk about social selling and social sharing, they're scared to death to take a selfie. Half of them are scared to even take a picture of the warmer in their office and post it and say, I changed my wax today. They'd much rather go find a flyer or see something else someone else posted and take it and use it for themselves. I don't know why, but half of them are just scared to do that. And so I don't want to encourage my new people. I don't want to scare my new people away in the beginning by being like, hey, I need you to go ahead and do all these things social selling wise, and they're just not ready for it. So who to talk to. So on my getting started with Scentsy game plan sheet, which I'm going to share with you guys later in the comments because it's just pictures. On the back side of it, the second sheet, I have a box of 10 names, 2 boxes with 10 names, so 20 total names. Who it is that they're going to talk to, the conversations they're going to have in the DMs one-to-one in their first week of joining, are their 10 easiest customers and then their 10 best teammates. And so what this is their easiest are going to be obviously the people who are going to support them. Mom, sister, best friend, co-workers, those kinds of people are going to be their 10 easiest customers they put on this list. Their 10 best are going to be the people who, if without a shadow of a doubt, their answer would be a resounding, yes, I want to join Scentsy with you, would be people that they would consider asking to join their team, will be their 10 best teammates. So we got to start with the who. So starting with the who is with this list that I'm giving them, and I'm only choosing 10. I know we all talk about our list of 100, but again, kind of like the go live with your kit. When I tell somebody to write out a list of 100 names, they immediately are like, I don't even know 100 people. And you and I both know, yes, I do know 100 people, but that's just incredibly too daunting. So let's break it off into a nugget that they can digest a little bit easier, which is 10. So let's see. You'll use these people that they've written down to encourage your new teammate to talk to those people about their business one-to-one. Is social selling important in 2023? Absolutely, yes, it is. But if we are in the business of building relationships like we talk about all the time in the Scentsy world, those start in the DMs, and it's what better time to start your newbies talking to their folks than within their first week of their business. So have them make their list and then get them to decide their minimum baseline of how many conversations in a week that they are going to have with those 10 people. So essentially what we're thinking is 1 week, 7 days. They have 1 week to talk to 10 people, to 10 of their easiest customers. We're going to start with 10 easiest customers. I know we have a list of 10 best teammates and we'll talk about them in a second, but the 10 easiest customers, we got to come first. That's your hot market. Those are your people, hot, warm market, whatever you want to call it. Those are the people who are like, obviously going to support you. Yes, put me down. I will be glad to, help you do whatever. Get them talking to those people first. And again, those are little wins. We know the 10 easiest customers, those are going to be simple, easy wins that we can celebrate hard and loud for them. Because when they set their minimum baseline of like, hey, I can commit to talking to 2 people every day for 7 days until I check off my 10 easies. You can celebrate every day when they check in with you and say, hey, I was able to have my 2 conversations today. And you're like, yeah, like y'all get excited about it. That again is building and maintaining that momentum that they need to move forward and do even bigger things and to step further out of their comfort zone. Okay. So let me get back in my notes. Okay. So they have to set their minimum baseline of conversations in a week, and they are going to check in with you as their sponsor when they've accomplished them. So that's an expectation you need to set in the beginning. Like, hey, you're going to talk to 2 people a day for 7 days until you reach all 10. Great. After you touch base with those 2 people every day, send me a text. And that way the ball is in their court. You're holding them accountable. Again, you're matching their pace. And when they text you and say, hey, I reached out to those 2 people today, you can celebrate them. And look, the win is not, hey, I reached out to 2 people and only one responded and the other one didn't. That's not the win. The win is they sent 2 messages today. That's the win. And that's what you're going to celebrate hard. Okay. Of course, now this is the hard part, is teaching them how to talk to their 10 easiest. It should be easier to talk to their 10 easiest because these are their mom, their sister, their best friend, their coworker, people they see all the time, people they talk to all the time. But you still want to help them learn how to talk to those new people so that when they do branch out from their hot market to their warm market to maybe their lukewarm market to their cold market, you've taught them how to talk to people in the beginning, so that we're not coming at people, even your mom or your sister, we ain't coming at them with that, hey girl, hey, I just joined Scentsy, do you want to buy from me? We're not going to teach them how to talk like that. I want you as their sponsor to help them come up with a way to talk to their hot market, to give them some examples, because right now the cold market is completely off the table. Completely off the table. We're not messaging random people from high school 10 years ago. We're not posting on social media like, hey girl, hey, I joined Scentsy on social media. Like, cold market is off the table right now because we have to get these 10 easiest customers talked to first before we talk to our cold market. Again, because we want to teach them how to talk to people. All right, because like I said, because it's their warm market, it's going to be a little bit easier to talk to them. So because it's going to be easier to talk to them, and you're celebrating the fact that they just opened their mouth and talked to them, not what the result was, these are little wins that you all will celebrate together. Little wins equal that momentum to move forward. Okay, so here's an example, just an example, that you would want to talk to your teammate or your new teammate about, to show them a good way to talk to someone in the DMs. But you want to, of course, encourage them to make it sound like them. So again, you're on the phone with them, and they're on your 30-minute call with them. You're going to talk about their 10 easiest, their 10 best, and how to talk to people. So this is kind of all going in the same conversation in that first 30-minute conversation that you're having on the phone with them, is teaching them who to talk to and how to talk to them, okay? So you want what am I trying to say? What your new teammate is going to be saying in the DMs needs to sound like them. That's why I'm not sending them an example through text of what I'm getting ready to tell you guys, because I don't want them to copy and paste. I don't want them to say something that's not going to sound authentically them. Again, the warm market, hot market, those are easy people to talk to because those are your friends and family and that kind of stuff, but still you want to practice talking to them that's not in the hey girl method. Okay, so this is just an example. It could sound something like this. And again, you open it with however you want to open it. So if hey girl, hey is your opening, that's fine. But, so opening. I found this opportunity recently, and I really love their products, and I use them all the time. So I figured it could help me and my family do fill in the blank. That's a connection for the reason that they joined. So if it were me, I would say, I found this opportunity recently, and I really love their products, and I use them all the time. And I figured that it could help me and my family reach our homesteading goals that we have, because some of those do take some money, and having a little bit extra on the side would be good for us. Maybe you've heard of, I'm sure you've heard of, Scentsy. Their products are incredible at making my home smell good without me needing to clean it, and it puts us all in a great mood. If you've got any questions or need any help, I'm happy to be your home and mood enhancer. I know that sounds really corny, right? Or maybe dumb. But it'll teach your newbie to talk to their warm market without being so transactional or salesy. It explains why they love the products and why they joined, what their own personal goal is with their new business, and it offers to solve a problem for the warm market too. Okay. So during their first 7 days, you're encouraging the 10 easiest conversations while also supplementing the first things first checklist and making sure that they have a party link for their launch party open and possibly a date set for it. Okay. Conversations with the easiest 10 are a way for newbies to get a feeler out there, to see if they're going to have the support and the attendance at their launch party. It is 2023. Some folks are just going to be like, okay, great, sounds good, send me your link. So you want to make sure that they already have in their first week a party link made, and they've explored their workstation, so that if someone does hit them with that, yeah, sure, just send me the link, they'll be ready to give it to them, okay, for their launch party. So again, I'm going to drop my onboarding system, this 2-sheet system, in the comments later. I don't have, I'm sending it as a picture because I'll tell you why now. Before our call, within our first 3 days of them joining, I would send them sheet number 1. The first sheet says getting started with Scentsy game plan. I would send this to them. I know it looks like a lot. Just read over it. Okay. And I would have them fill this out and send it to me 1 hour before our phone call. If they do not send it to me 1 hour before our phone call, we're probably going to need to reschedule the phone call, because I need this, because this asks a lot of questions that they have to think about. What Scentsy could do for them and their family? What amount of money would they need that would help them with their realistically make a change in their life this month? What would you do with that extra income, etc. Things like that, because this is going to help me figure out how I can help them as their sponsor, and it'll also help me to keep them motivated. If they're like, I need an extra $100 every month to help pay for gas, then, or, whatever the situation is, or to get my pedicure and not come out of my family's budget, then I can keep mentioning that to my new teammate. Like, hey, don't forget, you said you wanted to have that $100 to help, get that pedicure. Like, isn't that something you want to work towards? Whatever. You kind of use it as a little bit of a leverage. So I need this before we start talking on the phone about their people and how to have conversations. So they're going to send this to me 1 hour before our phone call so I can look at it and have it ready to discuss with them. On our 30-minute phone call, we're going to be talking about paver eggs. Yes, I love it. I just happened to see that one. Sorry. But this is the one we're going to go over on the phone together, where they're going to fill in their 10 best, their 10 easiest, how much time they're willing to commit to their business each week, and how many their minimum baseline for how many people they're going to talk to in the first 7 days. And then it also just has a tracker down here of how much they are, if they're getting orders and stuff, to track their progress to certified consultant. And it tells them up here what happens at, $1,000 PRV, you get your first promotion and your minimum paycheck is $250. Is that right? That sounds right. Yeah. Yes. Okay. So, this is a 30-day goal. All right. So to recap, because I think I've kind of given you all a lot of information, to recap, first 3 days a phone call or a FaceTime with side 1 of my onboarding sheet complete 1 hour before the phone call. The first 7 days is making sure they've explored their workstation to get their party link open. They're having one-to-one conversations with their 10 easiest in their minimum baseline for their first 7 days. And then this whole sheet together essentially is their first 30 days in their business, because you're going to work really, really closely with them in their first 30 days. And then they're going to be texting you every time they, DM 2 people or whatever their minimum baseline is. And you're going to be clapping the loudest for them in their first 30 days to help them get their launch party set up, hopefully reach shooting star, all that kind of stuff. And this information on the sheet is going to help you stay connected with them and know why it is that they sell. And again, it's going to help you to match their pace. So, and there's another thing. You'll know, I firmly believe that you're going to know at what point you can nudge your new teammate a little bit more out of their comfort zone. So let's say they had in their first 7 days, they want to talk to 2 people a day, and they're talking to 2 people a day. Maybe they've already reached out to all 10 of their easiest people in their first 3 days. And they only told you they were going to talk to 2 people a day. So doing the math, they're talking to a lot more people than they said they were going to talk to. So this would be a time where you're like, okay, that's great. Cheer the loudest, but then say, hey, let's add some more people to that 10 easiest list. Have you got 10 more, 5 more that you can add to that list? And encourage them. And then you can also encourage them to start talking to their 10 best about, hey, I joined this opportunity. I had this opportunity. I joined, blah, 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 explaining why and what problems they can solve, and seeing if they want to reach out to people and have one-to-one conversations with them about the actual opportunity itself. So the last thing is, your onboarding system is a great way to be on the same page with your newbie, having them hold themselves accountable, and you being there to support their goals and the pace at which they set. So I'm sorry if y'all can hear my kids screaming down there. Hey, Cece, good. Simmer down. So anyway, I said in my intro earlier that this is going to be a little bit of a different way to approach training your new teammates. It's somewhat similar to what we've been doing for years, what we've been trained through Scentsy and other people to do, but I just truly believe that to help your new teammates be the most successful, they have to have these little small wins in the beginning. And these little small wins need to be celebrated all along the way. And that comes with you working closely with them as their sponsor. And the second most important thing is teaching them how to talk to people. Because if they don't know how to talk to people, they're going to be stalled in their business. So teaching them how to talk to people is going to be the most difficult part, because we can't put words in people's mouth. We shouldn't, because we're not a copy and paste business, right? But you want to get to know your new teammate in a way that you can help them draft up a conversation starter. So these are just conversation starters that you want to have in the DMs, because if they can't talk to their warm market, their hot market, their mom, their sister, their best friend, their coworker at work about this opportunity, they're never going to be able to talk to the social media world. They're never going to be able to talk to that lady in the line at the grocery store who complimented her shoes, and now they're having this conversation. And what do you do? Oh, well, and you start stumbling over your words because you don't want to say, well, I'm a Scentsy consultant. When you teach them how to talk in the beginning and have those small wins, that's what's going to build the momentum and the excitement to talk to more people because they feel comfortable talking with people. Does that make sense? I hope so. So anyway, that's what I wanted to share with y'all, and I will drop these pictures in the comments below to see if it's something that you're interested in. If not, it's fine. But get to know your people, match their pace, and teach them how to talk to people about their Scentsy business. Okay, y'all have a good rest of your Tuesday. Bye.